Look, Sportico's got the actual events up here. And it was the NC2A women's final between South Carolina and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Guess who was in that? Yeah.
Caitlin Clark just make history, and it's not just about breaking records, it's about shattering the entire sports world. She didn't just outperform major sports events like the World Series and SEC Championship, but she actually made history in a way no one expected. Clark's game was the only basketball game to make the top 100 broadcasts of 2024. That's right, a college basketball game outshined some of the biggest names and events in sports. It's a true testament to how she's revolutionizing the game and drawing attention like never before.
I saw this and I was like, oh, that is very interesting indeed. The NFL had 73 of the top 100 most watched broadcasts of 2024. Only basketball, college or pro, was a Caitlin Clark.
Not LeBron James, not the NBA Finals, just Caitlin Clark. Let that sink in for a second. You might be thinking no way a college basketball player could compete with the NFL. But here's where it gets crazy. Out of the top 100 broadcast in 2024, 73 were NFL games. That's in setting, right? But guess who snuck in at number 76? Caitlin Clark game. She's not just competing with the big league, she's outshining them in a big way.
Number 76, the 76th highest rated and most watched show of the entire 2024 year was Caitlin Clark. That's the only basketball game on this entire list, by the way. And in case you're wondering, down here, that's the World Series. Yeah.
That's right, Caitlin Clark's NC winning final. Can you believe it? A college basketball game beating out some NFL matchups. Now you might be wondering, what about the NBA or NLDD? Well, here's the kicker. Clark's game was the only basketball game on the entire list. Not LeBron, not Steph Curry, just Caitlin Clark. It's like she's playing a whole different sport out there. But it gets even better. Clark's game didn't just skew by with a few viewers. It destroyed expectations, proving she's not just a college star, but a global phenomenon.
9 million viewers for that game, and a lot of us knew what that rating was already, but it was pretty remarkable to see.
Exactly, we're talking 9 million people tuning in to watch Rep play. That's not just beating some random games. She outdrew the World Series, Yankees versus Dodgers of T-Judge, all of them, and she even beat the SEC Championship. It's like she's got some kind of magic that makes people glued to their screens. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a cultural phenomenon, captivating millions and making history. What a time to be a fan of this incredible athlete.
5 Yankees, Dodgers. All right, the two biggest brands in Major League Baseball, and it got beat by Caitlin Clark, 18.2 million. I mean, it's still a lot of viewers for a...
Absolutely, Caitlin Clark has this incredible energy that makes her games a must-watch event. Her skills are undeniable, but it's the way she elevates the game that draws people in. Every time she steps on the court, there's that electric anticipation. Will she make an impossible shot? Will she break a record? Fans can't help but hold their breath, knowing something exciting could happen at any moment. But it's not just her encore brilliance, it's her story. People love an underdog, and Clark's journey is inspiring. From small-town Iowa to dominating college basketball, her rise has been like a Hollywood script. It's that relatability and determination that draws in viewers, making her not just a basketball star, but a cultural icon. Every game is more than just a match, it's a part of her legacy.
Caitlin Clark has done something that I've never seen anybody really do. I've never seen one person change a sport before. Like I said, Steph Curry has changed it as far as like revolutionized it, but he didn't change the whole entire way that we look at basketball, like men's basketball. Michael Jordan definitely played a major part, but the NBA was still lit with Bird and Magic, but Michael took it to another level. If Mike took it from 70 to 90, she took it from 20 to 80. Like, she took this game from 20 to 80. They were riding commercial airplanes, bro. Nobody.
Exactly. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's creating moments that people can't help but talk about. She's turned every game into an event, and that's why her story is resonating with fans on such a massive level. It's the perfect mix of talent, drama, and pure excitement. People are witnessing history every time she takes the court. But you're right, while it may seem like Clark was destined for greatness from day one, her journey has had some unexpected twists that are as mind-blowing as her performances on the court. The way she's reshaped the sports landscape isn't just about her talent. It's about the way she's redefined what it means to be an athlete in today's world. What's next? That's the real question. Her next move could blow everyone away. Stay tuned.
Because we got an explanation from Caitlin Clark why it was she chose to not go to a Catholic school. And by Catholic school, I'm talking about Notre Dame. We all know that for her, it really came down between Iowa and Notre Dame. And she did explain that.
Crazy, right? Caitlin Clark was all set to join the legendary Notre Dame program, the one that had her family practically planting their whole lives around it. They were all in painted houses, teen pride, the whole 9 yards. And when you got someone like Coach Muffet McGraw calling you personally, it feels like destiny. This was the dream scenario for so many basketball players playing for one of the most storied programs in college sports history. But then something unexpected happened. Clark's path to greatness took a sharp turn, and her story went in a direction that would not only surprise fans, but set the stage for her rise in the sport. Want to know what made her take the unexpected leap? Let's dive into it.
Everybody wanted her to go to Notre Dame. Clark previously told ESPN that former Notre Dame women's basketball coach Muffet McGraw tried to recruit her, and that Clark's own family also wanted to
Caitlin Clark had a chance to play for Notre Dame, but when she visited, something didn't feel right. Even though her family supported it and the coach was eager, she trusted her gut and turned them down. Instead, she chose a different path that would change everything for her. However,
Clark's gut feeling certainly did not steer her in the wrong direction. She ended up committing to her home state, University of Iowa, instead, where she played in her entire 4-year college.
Caitlin Clark's decision to choose Iowa over Notre Dame was a game changer. It turned out to be the best choice she could have made. Despite what everyone expected, Iowa became the place where she would shine and set records, proving that sometimes trusting your instincts leads to greatness.
So I guess her own folks wanted her to play there. My family wanted me to go to Notre Dame, Caitlin said. At the end of the day, they said they were like, you make the decision for yourself, but it's Notre Dame. Rudy was one of my favorite movies. How could you not?
Caitlin Clark's decision to follow her heart over the big money opportunities at No was risky, especially considering the potential name, image, and likeness deals she could have landed there. Her family even pushed for known, but Clark stayed true to what felt right for her. It was a close call, but in the end, she trusted her instincts, and that choice led her to become one of the most iconic players in college basketball. So,
multiple NCAA records for the Hawkeyes, including all-time leading scoring record among all college basketball players, men or women.
Exactly. Caitlin Clark's decision to choose Iowa wasn't just a matter of picking a school. It was about forging her own path. By trusting her instincts, she turned a less prestigious program into a powerhouse. She didn't just play. Well, she shattered records, became the face of college basketball, and inspired a whole new generation of athletes. Clark's decision to go to Iowa didn't just change her life, it changed the entire game of basketball. It goes to show that sometimes the road less traveled can lead to the most extraordinary destinations. Clark wrote.
And at the law. For the record. She ties it with that one. This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history. Passing.
Clark didn't just break records, she shattered them. She became the all-time leading scorer in college basketball, proving she's one of the greatest to ever play the game. Her talent and hard work changed the game forever. Now Caitlin at the line for the record. She ties it with that won this for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history. Passing pistol. Peak. Caitlin Clark didn't just dominate women's college basketball, she made history across all of college basketball, a player from Iowa outscoring every college player ever. Insane, right? But she didn't stop there. After conquering college, Clark entered the WNBA and crushed about 65 records. In her rookie season alone, she walked into the lead and claimed those records like they were hers from the start. It's like she told the NBA, all those records, yeah, they're mine now.